instruction set as data processing instructions, branch instructions, okay, program status instructions, software interrupt instructions, load and store instructions, like this as the main categories. In that, we started with what is the first instructions called as data processing instruction. I want to process the data. So what instructions we have studied now is move instructions. Please understand what we have seen in move instruction and move with negate, and then what else, move with negate, and then we have seen an example with move s. Please see these three instructions we have seen. This move s is also associated with shift operators from barrel shifter. Okay, so we have clearly shared a barrel shifter is another component which has been associated with ALU. Barrel shifter does some operation on the incoming value before it is given to ALU. So in that we clearly mentioned LSL, left shift. Okay, then LSR, right shift. Okay, I mean left shift, right shift, and rotate right. So ROR, ROX. So likewise. So some instructions are associated with these barrel shifter instructions or shift instructions, you can say. So we have seen example move R1 comma R2, move n R1 comma R2. Move R1 comma R2 means R2 is the source register, contents are moved to R1. Move n means R2 contents are taken, negate the operation and send it to R1 again. Same way. So move S operation, when I specify S means I am addressing CPSR. It means I am updating the conditional flags in the CPSR. That's the meaning. S is always with any instruction means I am updating the CPSR conditional flags. That's the simple meaning. Not only conditional flags, we just have to see the CPSR content which are shown here in the slide. You can see before execution CPSR content will be like this: NCZVQI capital F T underscore user. This is what the content of the CPSR. NCZV refers to negative, carry flag, zero flag, overflow flag V. Okay, Q is the asynchronous bit. IF is the 2 bits associated with setting the flags. It means flag masks, you can say. Interrupt mask and fast interrupt mask, IF. T stands for always that is specifically for specifying the thumb instruction. That's what the small t is given. T doesn't mean that we're using thumb instruction. T says that T is the bit there. If T is equal to 0, ARM instruction set is used. If T is equal to 1, thumb instruction set is used. That's the meaning. Default is what? CPSR T value will be 0. It means ARM instruction set is enabled. Underscore user. Different types of modes are there. We are there under user mode. This is what the content of CPSR. So what he says is move instruction is also associated with CPSR content update also. That's what move S. R1 comma R2 LSL hash 1. LSL means take R2 content, left shift by 1 bit, and that content is moved to R1. So once you see this simple first instruction, pre means before. R1 and R2 contents are like this. Move S, R1 comma R2 comma LSL hash means we are just left shifting by 1 bit and moving the contents to R1. Post means the result which is obtained. This is what required for all the instructions you should write. So first 5 lines, pre and post, what I have written, that doesn't make any difference with CPSR because you can see no flags are set. That's what, that doesn't make any sense. If you take the second example, in that R1 itself we have taken 0x8 followed by 6 zeros and 4. So out of 32 bit, this is the value what I have chosen. CPSR content earlier will be like this. When I execute the instruction after post execution, R0 content will be like this because I am left shifting by 1 bit. So I am getting carry flag also. The 4 will become 8. That's how 1 bit is shifted left. So how CPSR changes shown? By making that particular letter as capital. Please see there, CPSR N, C is capital, Z, V, Q, I, F, T underscore user remains same. Only C is made capital. It means carry flag is set. This is how move instructions are utilized. Now let us move with the next instruction set. This is the move instruction set. Now what is that second instruction set we should move about? That is We'll start with arithmetic instruction set. So arithmetic instruction set. So arithmetic instruction set is also data processing instructions. Data processing instructions in which we have add operation, in which we have add with carry operation. Okay. So if I write like this, add operation, add with carry operation, then I will say subtract operation. Okay, subtract operation. I can write subtract operation. Just a minute. Subtract operation. Then I'll say subtract with carry. Okay, these are the instructions, arithmetic instructions. Then I'll say uh, reverse subtraction, reverse subtraction, reverse subtraction with carry. Please understand, these are the simple instructions. Now, how these instructions should be written? These instructions should be written with respect to the contents only. What is that? I'll say RD. So RD means what? The destination register. How RD should be done? Take the value from one register, I'll name it as N, and subtract it from another register. So I'll just call it as Rn. So you can take Rm minus Rn. N is left to you. It's left to you how you will choose. But in instruction, we will not use N. This is the syntax which is usually utilized. So if I say, sorry, I should say add, no? What is that? Add Rn plus N. Can say N plus Rn or Rn plus N. You write Rn plus N. Rn plus N. Some value. Okay. So some register name. Usually in instruction, register name is used. We'll come to know. So add with carry. So if I say add with carry, the same set I'll write. What is that? RD. It means the destination result. The destination result will have, what is that called as? Rn. Rn followed by N, adding with the second value. I mean adding Rn with N along with carry. If carry flag is set, that also I'll take care. So that is what carry. So I'll say carry flag. So that's the simple picture. So if you say subtract, so when you say subtract operation, so subtraction operation is a simple way to say Rn minus N. So it means you understand how we are writing this. So if I say RD is the destination register, I'll say one register I'll take and take the content of the other register Rn minus N. Simple. Okay. So similarly, subtract with carry. So subtract with carry, how it will be done? So this is very important. I'll say RD. This is equal to Rn minus, okay, N minus not of carry. You should say not of carry. Okay. So that is how it is taken. So let's understand that in with one example. Let's say RSB is a special instruction in again with the arithmetic operation. What is that? I wanted to reverse subtract. Reverse. It means instead of Rn minus N, I wanted to do N minus Rn. That's the simple way. So I can even take the negative results, whatever comes, which is nothing but the signed representation, which we already know. So both numbers are clearly understood by the processor. That's what these kind of instructions can be easily executed, which is RSB, that is reverse subtract. It is reverse subtract. Please remember, subtract. Above things you can easily remember. Reverse subtract. Subtract, you can say. Okay, reverse subtract. So similarly, RSC, if you write, RSC is nothing but reverse subtract with carry. So what is the destination? I mean, what is the content of the final result or final register? That will be N minus. So here, sorry, I have to write it as Rn. RD is Rn. Okay. So here N minus Rn minus carry flag. Okay, with carry flag. So not of carry, we should write something like this. But it's very difficult to represent it without examples. So let's start with examples. That is very important, because whatever you write, I told you, you should write in terms of pre and post. So remember, for example, I wanted to discuss add operation. Add. How I'll write add or not? Whatever the way I'll write, sometimes capitals I'll write, sometimes small, just for understanding. Add R1 comma R2 comma R1 comma R0 comma R1 comma R2. So what is the meaning of this? R0 is the destination register, which we easily understand. R1 and R2 are the source registers. Now, if I write the contents like this, so how I should write this? Always I should write pre. Pre means before. What are the contents I have? I'll write now. Just understand R1. R1 contents I'll write. Just to make it easy, 0x means hexadecimal representation. I'll write 0f, 0f, A8, or if you want, I'll write it in capital for clear visualization. Even small letter, if you write and show, no issues. So I'll write 0FA8, 4 zeros, and then I'll write R2 is equal to, so R2 is the second register, which is equal to 0x. Okay, now C, I'll write C. So what I'm doing is I'm just trying to make the things easier so that no such complexity. All hexadecimal representation should be represented as bits by 4 bits, you know that. Then 32 bits you write, take another 32 bits of second number, add them and get the result. That result is nothing but this instruction, what it does. What is that? R0, comma R1, comma R2. This is what the instruction. This is before pre. It means that before execution. After execution, what will be the result? The result is nothing but simply R0. We are moving the content to R0. What the content of R0? Can I write simple addition? Addition means you just add 0 with D, 0 with C, 0 with B, 0 with A, 8 with 0, A with 0, F with 0, C with 0. So what is the content of this? 0x, C, F, A, 8, A, 8, A, B, C, D. Okay, A, B, C, D. So simple operation. Please remember this addition remains same. Please remember this addition remains same. If the numbers are different, let's say A. If the numbers are different, please understand 0, 1, 0, 0. If I say, what is the number? This number is, the above number is A. The below number is, this addition process remains same. Since I have taken simple example for the case what I have shown, you should be able to take any values and check the values. Okay, and check the values. So there might be the changes in the value. There might carry may come out of the result. Okay, how the carry is considered, that also we'll see with one instruction. So let's say add, when I do 0, you are starting with LSB 0, 1, 1, 0. So it means that the result will be 1, 1, 0. So this addition operation, I need not to say. If the numbers are different, you can observe, I mean the above number and below number, if they are different, and when you add them, the result comes. That result should go to R0. Here, for every element by element, you should check like that and ensure that this is the result. This is how you should show. This is how you should show. Now, when you check with other example, it's the same way, pre and post, what I said. So if you check now, so let's take an example. ADC is the instruction. Same, I'll write R0, comma R1, comma R2. So if I write like this, the same concept continues. So what is the idea behind? So I should say pre. So pre means pre status. Okay, pre-processing. So then what will happen in pre-processing? It means I will just put the R1 content. So what is the content? Now you cross check the same values I'll keep. So R1 content, let's say 0x 0f a8, 0f a8. Okay, same set of values, let's say, for this thing. And what about R2? The same values if I keep. So only the change you observe, what is that? 0x, what is that? C, 3 zeros. Okay, then A, B, C, D. If I write like this, so this we understood. Like now the instruction is ADC along with carry. Earlier carry was not there. Without carry it was. So I'll write R1 comma R2. Okay. So when you write this, what is the result? Post after post, you should write now simple addition. When you add these things, you just observe, when you add these things, what is coming out? 0, 0x C F A 8 A B C D was coming. So if this is the result, for this what I should add with carry means +1. So +1. If I do this, what will be the result? D +1 is nothing but E. So that you know. So you just think like that. Quickly you will be able to solve the things. E. So that will be the answer. So it means that your R0 will have the content as 0xCFA8 ABCD. So while writing these steps, you should perform the operation at left side and show the result. That result you should show in pre and post operations. That is what with carry. So if carry flag is set, that carry flag is taken and added with along with carry. It means R1 is added with R2 along with carry by seeing the carry flag. That value, carry means 1 is added and the result is stored in R0. This is your ADC. Okay, ADC means add with carry. Now, if I ask simple instruction again, what is that? If I ask subtract, very simple operation, subtract. So subtract, so how do you subtract? So subtract, so uh, is nothing but R0, comma, R0, comma, R1, comma, R2, same way. So subtract operation. How do you do? The same way you should write tree before, set the values R0. So R0 is equal to what? I'll just put the values like this now, just for making it easier. So let's say all the values are kept as zeros. So total 8 zeros means 8 hexadecimal digits are zeros. Hexadecimal digits, please remember, each hexadecimal digit is 4 bits in binary, that you know. So again, R1, I'll make it as 0x00. I mean 4 zeros followed by 0, 2. So if I take R2, it means the another source register. So R1 and R2 are two source registers. If I take another source register whose content is very simple one, if you take 1. So R1 is subtracted. Now, which one is subtracted? As the name itself indicates, SUB, subtract R0, comma, R1, comma, R2. So what it means? It says that when you do the subtraction operation, R2 is subtracted from R1. R2 is subtracted from R1 and the result is stored in R1. So how do you do the subtract operation? It is a simple 2's complement addition. It's a simple 2's complement addition. You take the 2's complement of 2. Sorry, you take the 2, you keep it as it is. You keep it as it is. Take the 1's complement of 1 and add it to the 2. So you will get the result which is 1. Again, you cross verify. This is a very simple example. You take any example. So subtraction operation is nothing but 2's complement addition, nothing more than that. This you already practiced so many times. That's not much bigger importance. You can cross check. Okay. So any value you take like 0, 1, 0, 2. So I have 0, 0, 1 as the second data. So 2's complement of it means 1, 1, 0. Okay, 1, 1, 0. So I'll add plus 1 to it, plus 1, 1's complement, add it. So if you add, you'll get 1, 1, 1. And this, if I add it to 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, if you add it, you will get 1 as the result. Please understand. 1 plus 1, 0 as the result. Okay. Then carry 1, 1 plus 1, 0. Correct. So now carry is 1. So if you remember, carry is 1. I'll write like this. So what I did, I hope you understood. I have taken the first number as 2 as it is, nothing I did. I have taken the second number 1. 1 I represented 001. 1's complement I have taken and added 1 means I made 2's complement. 2's complement number is 111. That 111 I have taken and added it to the first number, that is 010, which is 2. So it means that from 2 I wanted to subtract 1. 2's complement of 1 is 111. That I will add it to 010. Why add? 2's complement addition is nothing but subtraction. When you add, you will get the number like this: 1001. 001 is my answer, carry is 1. In 2's complement, if 1 comes, it is treated as correct answer, and 001 is the exact result that is stored in your R not. That is what post. So please understand, this post is this. So what is this? This is R naught. That is the content. So R naught is stored in this post, after post. So like this, you take any sort of number, you cross check. Subtraction operation is nothing but 2's complement addition. You cross verify with the subtraction operation. Addition operation, direct addition. Subtraction operation is nothing. 2's complement addition is the subtraction operation. So the same way, you now check with the instruction, another instruction, how to write another instruction, which is sub. If I write sub s, before that I'll write first this thing. What is that? RSB. So RSB means reverse subtraction. So what is the instruction? If you just write RSB, so what is the pre for this? So I'll take the content R naught. Just take the content R naught. So 0x is the hexadecimal representation. Let's say all zeros. So I have taken 8-bit. Then I will take another register value R1, whose content I will take as 0x 6 zeros, right? 6 zeros followed by number. Let's say 77. Now, if I take this number and if I use the instruction RSB R0, comma, R1, comma, hash 0. This means very specific. RSB instruction is specific to a particular constant 0. This instruction is used for many purposes. Wherever I wanted to have the negate of something, or if I wanted to write the reset, okay, so like how exactly it can be utilized according to our requirement. It is like getting the negative value. So you mean, let's check this. If you check after post operation, what will be the value? So let's say what is that? R1, R0 and R1 we wrote, you cross check. Now exact operation, how it is done? It is done something like this. You said RSB, R0, comma, R1, comma, hash 0. It means it is a constant value. So what is to be done? Now you write like this: my output register is R0. How the output is obtained? Obtained from 0. 0 cannot be written just like 0. I'll write 0, 0 x 0. It means 0x represents hexadecimal representation of 0 minus R1. If you check minus R1, since it is a 0 value, the answer will be minus R1. Answer is negative of that. So what is the minus R1? How to represent minus R1? So minus R1 is nothing but I should write it as 0x f. So wherever 0 is there, complement of that, right? F, 4x, 5f, 6f. How about 77? It will become 89. Cross verify. Represent all the bits. 6 zeros, 77. All the bits in binary, 32 bits. And then make it 1's complement. You will get this as the number. So that's the negate. So that value I should write here as the post. So what is the value of R0? R0 is nothing but, you can say for your understanding, second. What is happening? So R naught is nothing but what is the value we wrote? It is minus R1, we can say for our understanding. So minus R1, 0x, I'll write FF89. This is how you should write. So this is with respect to RSP R0. It means that it is just a reverse subtraction of two 32-bit values. Now, if in the same way, if I cross check with an example, subtract with carry, that also you can do simple subtraction along with carry. So now, if I ask you to do this, what is that? Subtract S. So what is this? R1 comma R2 comma 1. If I write 1, so 1 means hash 1, you can say 1. Okay. So how do you perform this operation? Can you do this? Here, when we say subtract S, I'm just taking care of CPSR register. That's what how I'll write. I'll write pre. So pre how I should write? I'll use CPSR. CPSR, what are the contents? NZ, NZCV, negative, zero flag, I mean sign flag, zero flag, carry flag, overflow flag, then synchronous bit, then only represent interrupt flags IF, and T stands for your thumb instruction or ARM instruction. You are using ARM instruction as a default. User is the mode. So this is the before pre. This is how all are small letters, which are NZ, CVR small letters. So that you should not forget to write. Then I'll write R1. What is the content of R1? R1 is equal to 0x 0 0 0 0, 4 zeros followed by 0 1. I'll take only 1 as the data in R1. R1 I have taken 1 as the data. Now you just show me after the operation, which operation? I have kept some data in R1. Which operation now I want to do? I wanted to do subtract with S. S is the subscript. Subtract R1 with R2. Before that, do something. So subtract, sorry, not R1 with R2, subtract R2 with 1. Okay, subtract R2 with 1. So did I wrote the content of, sorry, I don't want to do this operation. I wanted to do this operation only. What is that? R1. See, interesting concept. Just R2 I can take. I can take it as one more example. Now if I take R2 as R1 itself. So what I'm doing, R1 minus 1. R1 minus 1. Subtract operation. R1 minus 1. That's the 0. And then you observe the result is stored again in R1. The result is stored in R1. Interestingly, if you observe this, what is the answer? What I'll get is nothing but 0x followed by all zeros. Subtracting 1 from 1 itself is zeros only. But there is one interesting point. Subtraction is nothing but 2's complement addition, we said. We should not forget that. So 1 is taken. Take the 2's complement of it. Okay. 2's complement of 1. Add it to the R1. And the result is passed to R1. You will get zeros, but 1 as the borrow. So all values are zeros. All values are zeros. It means zero flag is set and there is a borrow. Please understand. The result is 0. It means that zero flag is set. Zero flag is set. That is one thing. And when you subtract 2's complement addition, you are doing 2's complement addition. 2's complement addition is nothing but 2's complement addition, correct, is nothing but your subtraction. Okay, when you do that, I'll get a borrow. correct? I'll get a borrow, you cross verify, or a carry, you can say it as borrow, and the carry we can refer here as carry only. So this indicates that this indicates this indicates that the the value, I mean the post value is, this indicates, here it's a difficulty to show, this indicates that the post value is 0. That's it. That is what I have shown. I mean in the return statement itself. What is that? R1 will get. So this is about addition, subtraction with carry, without carry, and with S flag. Okay, and with S flag. If I use the special thing, what we have with the ARM processor is, if I using barrel shifter. Now, if I want to use this barrel shifter, it means that again left shift, right shift, these things will come. So if I use an instruction, if I say, for example, I'll write, if using barrel shifter one instruction, if I want to write, so how I'll write? So let's say pre. What is the pre? Which instruction I'll use now? Let's say R0. R0 is equal to, if I write the value as all zeros, correct? All 8 zeros, and then if all 8 zeros, then you cross verify now R0, then I'll write R1. So R1 is equal to 0x, okay, all zeros, same way I'll write. Okay, so please bear with my voice. I hope it's okay. 0 5. So now if I write like this, what is the instruction I'm just going to use? Let's assume if I wanted to add, can I use add instruction with a barrel shifter? So R0, comma, R1, comma, R1, let's say, comma, LSL. If I write like this, I'm using R1 twice with LSL 1. So it says that take R1, left shift it by 1 bit. So it means that what is the content I have taken? Let's write it in a simple form. 101 is 5. Left shift it by 1 bit left side means it becomes 1010. I have added to the left side. It means left shifted. So it becomes 1010. So the value of this is nothing but 5, correct? And this is nothing but 10, or A, what you call it as. Now, what he says, after doing this, add with R1. But R1 is 5. This is 5. But what is the shifted one is 10. 5 plus 10 we are doing. So that's the operation. So it means I'll add all the, I mean 5 and 10. I'll get F. That's the result. Or 15. You can call it as 15. Correct? With your decimal understanding, it is 15. So the result what we obtained is 15. So that you should write over here. So post operation, if we use the barrel shifter, this is how the advantage of realizing the required extra expressions. That's what, when barrel shifter is used, when to solve complex expressions in logical operations, there barrel shifter is used regularly to build any complex realizations. That's what they say. R0, what happens to R0? R0 we are not touching. So it means we are, sorry, R0 is the result where we are feeding. What should be the result? 0x, 4 zeros, okay, and the final result is F. So then what about R1 content? So R1 content, which will not be affected. That's how you should be. So 0x, all zeros, followed by 005. Like this, you please practice by writing various values, taking carry, without carry. So many stuffs you try. Then you will get the realization. Similarly, you can try with ADC with barrel shifter, likewise. okay, or left shift by 4 bits, 5 bits, 6 bits. Instead of taking some other register, you can take and do some operations. So that's how the analysis. Now let us go with the logical instructions. We did now arithmetic instructions. Let us talk about logical instructions. What are the logical instructions we have? AND instruction. So how to write AND instruction? The same way. What is that? The output, logical output is nothing but stored in register RD, the same simple way. And the result, how the result is obtained? I'll write either small or capital, it's left to us. And two source registers are ANDed and the result is stored in destination register. Simple way. Similarly, I have OR. What is the difference? Those are arithmetic operations. These are logical operations. Only logical bits we should deal with. So it means, you know, what is the expression for OR, expression for AND, expression for XOR. That we are going to use it over here. So let's say the OR, okay, or with n, something like this. So OR expression, it means the output register RD will get two input registers called as source register. Rn and n should be ORed and result is stored in destination register RD. So similarly, I have important instruction called as EOR, which result is stored in RD. How the instruction is written, I'll tell. This is what the content we are going to get is the representation. So if I have XOR, how to represent XOR? With a cap, XOR with N. Similarly, XOR and I have one more interesting uh, instruction which is called as bitwise instruction. Okay, bitwise instruction, logical bitwise instruction. So which is nothing but a special instruction used for certain purpose. What is that called as? It does two operations, and not. Please remember, and not. Not operation, not symbol. What is that symbol is used? Not is this, not of n. That's it. And not, both we are going to do. So if you cross check, you can cross check a simple way. Or for example, do you want to check all the things? Let's say and operation, or operation, any sort of stuff, any sort of stuff. If I take an example, what is that? Pre. I'll write pre. So what is the content? So let's say R naught. Please write like this and practice. Don't neglect, presuming that I understood these things and why I should practice. No, you take different values and realize yourself whether I'm getting those values or not, because you check yourself whether you are well practiced with one's complement, two's complement, one's complement addition, two's complement addition, shift operation, adding shift with something else. So all those stuffs, if you practice, then you will really feel the effect of all those instructions. So for example, 0x, what is the value? Now I'll take one easier value. What is that? Just to make it simpler, 02, 04, 06 and 08. If I take like this, just to make myself easier. So I'll take R2 as one more register, R2. Then we'll put the values 0x as the hexadecimal representation, 10, 30 and 50 and then 70. If I take like this, what is the instruction of ours? ORR, correct? OR instruction is written like this. How the instruction is written? Destination register and two source registers, R1 and R2. It means R1 and R2 should be ORed and the result should be stored in R0. That is the meaning of instruction. Now post operation. After the operation, what will be the contents of R0? R0, you tell me. R0 is nothing but simple. R means simple addition only. Only the difference is when 1 comes, we should not write it as 10. We should write it as 0. Correct? When 1 comes, we should not write it as 10. It should be 0. That's it. Simple operation. When you OR it, you will get the result like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Correct? No? It is just simple ORing is nothing but addition. It's a normal addition. Okay? Only the difference is, as I said, when 1 comes in addition, it is 10. Whereas in OR operation, it is 0. So that's the simple difference. So I'll write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is the result. This is the way, in a simple way, you practice. Similarly, you practice for AND operation, practice for XOR operation. XOR operation means when different bits are there, output is high. When similar bits are there, output is 0. This concept you know. Try for AND operation and XOR operation with a similar simple expression. So when you just say about the what is that called as BIC, that is logical bit clear. It is called as BIC. So this instruction is called as logical bit clear. Logical bit clear. This is the operation. When I say logical bit clear, it has to do two operations. What is that? And not. That's what it is called, and not operation. So what is the example if you take? If you just take the example also specific. It is not with respect to hexadecimal number. It is not meant for 32-bit numbers. It is a general binary numbers. For binary numbers, I mean representation is also binary. For example, I'll say pre r1. I'll take r1 contents are 0b. If I write like this, please understand what is the meaning of this. 0b means it's a binary numbers. Binary number, which means how many bits? 4 bits. Bitwise, bitwise clear. I should clear the content. So it means for clearing any register content, we may use of these registers. This instruction is useful in clearing the status bits. For example, some status bits are there. I wanted to clear those status bits in any register or in CPSR or wherever it is. I wanted to clear. I'll use BIC instruction to clear the status bits. And it is also used to change the interrupt masks. For example, IF are the interrupt mask bits in CPSR. Especially for that purpose it is used. BIC instruction is used to change the interrupt masks, interrupt mask bits, IF, I and F, which has been shown, to clear that. So CPSR, in CPSR it is used. So now for that you need to always have to have S as a suffix. Please remember, AND operation, OR operation, XOR operation, BIC operation, whichever you do, if you want to touch the CPSR, you need to add extra S and write the instruction, rewrite the instruction accordingly. And S also I can do. Do the AND operation. If I write and S, S means I am trying to change the CPSR contents also. Update the CPSR content, you can say indirectly. Just AND operation does not update the CPSR content. AND operation is for general use, and S operation is for getting the CPSR contents also updated. Also, I am saying also along with AND operation. So you just check R1. If you check R2, R2 is equal to what? The same B 0 1 0 1. If I take two binary data like this, my instruction is now, what is my instruction? BIC. How to write? Same way. You please practice, don't neglect R0, R1 and R2. Take any set of values and try to work out. That's how the analysis. Now what is the result? How do you write the result now? R0 should be the result. So R1, R2 is there. Bitwise clear. Now how you will write this? First you should do AND operation, then NOT operation for everything. For example, take last two LSB bits. So I'll just write here 1, 1, 1, 1 are the first bits. I mean first data. Next one is 0, 1. Correct? 0, 1, 0, 1. Now you understand. Last LSB I'll start with. LSB 1, 1 into 1. It means AND operation is 1. And do the NOT of it. 0. So 1 into 0, 0. Do the NOT of it. 1. 1 into 1, 1. Do the NOT of it. 0. 1 into 0, 0. Do the NOT of it. So 1, 0, 1, 0. That's what the answer is written as for R0. For this R0, the result is 0x1010 is the answer. So this is how bit clear works. Logical bit clear works. Please ensure if you are using these logical operations, if you want to update the CPSR, all the logical operations like and should be added with S, OR should be added with S, XOR should be added with S, bit C can be added with S. Usually AND S and RS are used. Now, one more set of instruction I'll start and I'll try to wind up. Compare instructions. Now, try to work out with compare instructions. Now, slight difference with compare instructions and logical instructions and arithmetic instructions. So compare instructions, as the name itself indicates, I'm comparing means I'm doing real subtraction, and I'm just checking the result, but I'm discarding the result. Please understand. I am discarding the result. I'm doing real instruction, I mean real subtraction, and discarding the result. What are the different compare instructions are available? CMN is my first instruction. Then I have CMP, second instruction. I have TEQ, third instruction. And I have TST. Please understand. CMN, compare negated. You write it as compare negated. Okay? Negated. Compare negated. Compare negated. Okay? Negated means not of that. So please remember flags set as the results flag set as the results of what is that? Rn with n. Rn with n. Please understand. Rn with n. Plus is shown because comparison is nothing but logical operation. You know subtraction operation. Similarly, compare here. Okay. For example, Rn plus n I written because negate of the second one. Rn minus of n I would have written. Rn plus n I have written because negate of the second register, which is n here. Minus of minus n is plus n. That's the way. So here compare again, simple way. What is that we are doing? Rn minus n. This is how we should understand. Similarly, TEQ is the test for equality. Okay, this instruction name is test instruction, test for equality, cross checking whether the register contents are equal or not. So when you do this, it is on 232 bits. Please remember, it is on 232 bits. And what is the operation TEQ means? TEQ actually means XORing those register contents. Okay, you cross check. It is same as that of XOR instruction only, logical instruction only. But what is the difference? The difference is the result is not stored anywhere. The result is discarded in all these compare instruction. Please remember, what is that? Results are discarded. Only flags are updated based on flags are updated based on results. Please remember, that's it. So TST, what it has then? TST is nothing but test bits of 32-bit value. Again, same thing. What is that you should write here? It is something like Rn and operation with n. That's it. So this is the simple way of realizing what is that called as compare. So how do you write? If I ask you the simple example, how do you write? Just do it one you do it. Remember, flags are updated when I said CPSR contents are updated. CPSR flags are updated by this instruction. Okay, no special yes character is required. Please remember, automatically it updates the CPSR value, this instruction. That's the difference. No need of writing CMPS TQS. No, automatically it only updates the flags. That is the interesting nature of this. For example, if you write one instruction, what is that? Pre. What is that pre? I'll check with, let's say, CPSR. CPSR is what? CPSR content is NZCV, NZCV, I capital F, and T. How do you write? Underscore, I'm in user mode, correct? So if I write only simple values, if I take R0 is equal to 4, and I'll take the content R9. Any register I can make use of. R9 is equal to, in previous examples also take any register, nothing to worry. You can write your own instruction with own registers. So if I write CMP compare R0, R0, comma R9. If I write the instruction like this, after execution, what will be the result? The result is I am interested in CPSR. That's the result. So what is the result? Now you cross check 4 minus 4 comparison instruction you are doing. So 0 flag is set, nothing more than, because both are equal, 0 flag is set. Answer is 0. It replicates that, 0 flag is set. That's what how output is written. N capital Z. I should write N capital Z. CV Q. Q remains same. And IF T underscore user. That's it. So this is how. Try to check same TEQ. TEQ is XOR operation. TST. Okay. Test bits. It is just AND operation. It is AND S operation only. Same as AND operation. XOR operation, AND operation. And the contents are updated. So basically what we say, these compare instruction help us to either clear the contents or update the flags. In such situation, we'll use, for example, TEQ R0, R0. If I use, it is nothing but clearing the contents of the register R0 and updating the 0 flag. So flags are updated. Basically, flags are updated using this. So equality also checks for 0 flag. So that's how check for all the instructions. So in the next class, I will deal with multiply instructions as well as the long multiplication instructions of that particular data processing, and after that we'll go for next set of instructions. I'll stop here.